15 words and phrases you keep saying that make you sound crass. Your verbal communication and your choice of words when expressing yourself reveals a lot about who you are. Your manner of speaking can endear you to others or make them avoid you. It can also determine the direction and dimension of your relationships with your friends, family members, boss, clients, business partners, and the list goes on. Honestly, it may be tempting to use these types of slang and join the crowd in using the trending street words. However, some of these words and phrases can make you sound, well, what's the word? Moronic, uncultured, or unintelligent. You could also easily be misunderstood or may unintentionally offend your listeners. Here is a list of words or phrases that, if used repeatedly, could make you sound crass. My lovely Elegance ladies, welcome back to another video. My name is Vivian, the founder of Woman of Elegance, which is a platform I've created to help women globally become the most elegant, classy, and feminine women that they can be. If you haven't already done so, please do consider subscribing to this channel, as it will be beneficial to other like-minded women. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Point number 1, like and basically. People use these words often as a filler just to maintain a steady stream of words, or as a cover for lacking the proper words to express themselves. It really becomes annoying and could make you sound ignorant when you say them repeatedly. Most of the time, when overused, they sound meaningless and out of context. Listen to this. She was like moving towards the door, and I was like heading towards the door too, and I was like slowing down a little, and she was like also slowing down her pace and following me. It was like really weird. This sentence sounded really awkward. Another word in this category that people misuse is the word literally. This is usually used by some when they mean something figuratively. It's literally over between me and Max. I literally never want to see him again. Whether these words fit into the context or not, when you use like, basically, and literally frequently, your speech comes out inarticulately. It's either you don't have the depth of knowledge about the subject, you're not entirely confident about what you're talking about, or you are being elusive or just plainly confused. Therefore, rather than saying, well, I was like sad about what happened, say, I felt sad about what happened. Please throw the like and basically far away. Your speech is better off with less of these words. Point number 2, in it. This is a common British slang word, and it's a contraction of the tag question, isn't it? The expression is often used when talking to someone to verify if they agree with your statement. In it, don't you agree? It can also be used to prompt a response from a person you're talking to. However, using the word in it over and over again can be incredibly annoying. Some people can't even make 2 or 3 sentences without ending it using in it. This can sound really patronizing. Even if you don't expect a response from them, ending your speech with in it puts them in a corner. The feeling of being compelled to say something could leave your listener on edge and uncomfortable. Points number 3, derogatory names such as chicks, hoes, etc. Addressing other women as chicks and these other derogatory terms might sound street smart or cool, but it is actually not the best words to use when referring to females. Did you see that chick in the red dress? Oh, I think that girl is a hoe. Doesn't that sound so demeaning and sexist? Some women may say they don't mind being referred to by these terms, but many others think it's highly offensive and inappropriate to refer to women by such words. The word ladies, women, girls sounds so much more classy and appropriate. Point number 4, the maths is not mathing. If you are not from the UK, you may be asking yourself, what on earth is she talking about? I've never heard that term in my life. Well, if you haven't heard that term, it's a good thing. This is a very common term in the UK, but I'm not too sure if it resonates with the same popularity across the Atlantic. Please do comment below if it does. This is a slang term, and a very irritating one at that, that some people use to express that something doesn't make sense, that something doesn't add up. The phrase is meant to communicate that something is quite confusing and you can't figure it out. A person who doesn't understand your slang might find it difficult to figure out what you're trying to say. Of course, simply, this term is used during banter, but it does make you sound quite ignorant. Simply saying, pardon me, or they aren't making sense can save you and the other person from getting more matted in the mass of confusion. Point number 5, you lots, you people, or you guys. Many people find being referred to in this manner quite offensive, and rightly so, as it shows you don't view them as individual people in their own rights, but a collective, like a herd of cattle grouped to be slaughtered. Truly, these words sound condescending and disrespectful. If you don't want to be on the receiving end of someone's scorn, please look for a more appropriate way to address them, such as ladies and gentlemen, perhaps. Imagine addressing your colleagues and seniors at the office board meeting as you lot. Expect to be treated disdainfully. Instead of addressing a group of people as you guys, you lot, you can simply say, ladies and gentlemen, please can you make your way to the boardroom? Instead of you lot, can you come this way, please? Point number 6, chill.
All of you!
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Whether it is meant to tell somebody to relax or wait or the like, the word chill comes across as an offensive command. Even though using the word playfully in an informal gathering or among your closest family or friends can take the edge off and make it a little bit more acceptable, it is better not to get into the habit of telling others to chill. You never know, you may find yourself using the same words with your colleagues or your supervisors. Chill, I'll meet the deadline, when said to a boss or supervisor, can earn you a query for insubordination. When used in a formal setting, using this word to imply the person should calm down must be avoided. In a more informal setting, become more accustomed to using better vocabulary such as calm down or take it easy. It sounds so much better than chill. Chill sounds very abrupt and dismissive. You're not a can of cola in the fridge. Be respectful. Point number 7, oi instead of excuse me. Another very annoying, condescending, uncouth way to call somebody's attention. Some people say oi when they want to get somebody's attention, and this is rude, as saying oi is not a very polite way of doing so. Moreover, the expression is mostly used when you're angry, and therefore it is most likely to come out rude. Even if you refer to a child as oi, that comes across as a little bit strange. So in short, this is another word that should be eliminated from your vocabulary. Actually, an appropriate way to use this expletive would be when you're trying to catch a burglar in action. Hopefully using it will alert them to your presence and will startle them. As a refined lady, excuse me is a better phrase to use. Saying excuse me shows that you are cultured, well-mannered and elegant. Point number 8, constantly repeating yeah in the middle of sentences. I've heard people who cannot make a sentence without a good sprinkle of yeahs, but if you tend to overuse the word, please stop it. Your speech may come out disjointed and also water down the importance of your words. It is also very boring, really. Point number 9, OMG. Now, ladies, we are usually a major culprit in this. Although some men also use this phrase, it is more common to hear it among girls and women. The phrase is normally used to express shock, surprise, or excitement. The funny part is that the little dramatic expressions that accompany this, for example, the mock surprise, OMG, with your hand on your chest, OMG, or rolling your eyes, OMG, the narrow slits in your eyes, OMG. Have you ever encountered that individual who goes OMG all the time and with the drama in between? How does she come across to you? Clownish, melodramatic, crass? It may surprise you to know that oh my God was previously considered an expletive, but in recent times, the profanity attached to the phrase seems to be more watered down as people use the word more casually. However, using the phrase in a conversation reeks of this teenage-ish exuberance, and it is too juvenile for a classy lady to repeatedly express her amazement or surprise in that manner. And of course, it can be offensive to religious people. Point number 10, shut up. This is outrightly offensive, no matter the tone or context of its usage. When said angrily or as a command to get someone to keep quiet, it sounds very offensive. Also, when you say it bashfully to feign humility or to get someone to stop praising you, it sounds impolite and childish. Oh, Vivian, you look so lovely today. Oh, shut up. Can you see what I mean? When you say shut up as a dramatic exclamation to express how unbelievable what you just heard is, just like get out of here, it comes across as childish and immature. Although it's meant to show how surprised you are, it is rude, offensive, and speaks very little of you as a refined and polished lady. Please don't ever say it, no matter how familiar you are with the person. It doesn't sound right. There are more polite phrases you can use instead of shut up. Point number 11, you don't mean it. This phrase can come across as sarcastic. This sounds like you don't take the person talking very seriously or that you don't believe what they're saying. If you feel what you hear someone say is incredulous, find a suitable word to express so. Something along the lines of, really? Or, that's unbelievable. That sounds better than you don't mean it. If they don't mean it, they wouldn't be telling you in the first place. Point number 12, using profanities. I have said time and time again that swearing brings things to the gutter. The moment you use profanity, the elegance dissipates. Swear words are obscene and considered very, very offensive. Funnily enough, some women say these words in order to sound woke or even smart. The reverse is the case, my ladies. These profanities make you sound trashy. It's also a huge turn-off for many elegant individuals. An elegant lady does not swear or curse, no matter the circumstances. Point number 13, as in. Saying as in to show someone you concur or understand what they're saying or can relate to what is being talked about is an error you should avoid. For example, your friend makes an observation like, "It's quite chilly today," and you respond as in. So are you asking them to explain what they meant by the weather being chilly, or asking them why they felt that way? It's actually quite confusing because as in is used colloquially to explain something further. For example, I love eating citrus fruits, as in oranges, lemons, tangerines. Or you could use it as a question to seek clarification. For instance, please pick up the groceries now. Now, as in right now. So using as in a context different from the original purpose may confuse your listeners. Point number 14, this is a very popular one. For example, elegant ladies shouldn't use swear words, However, when it's overused, can get on the nerves of your listeners. When she came, she was supposed to make a stop at the bank, but, she didn't even do that. She couldn't even make it on time, Again, this is crass and annoying. It is awkward to pelt your speech with a lot of you-knows, because if your listener knows, then why are you telling them? The same applies to "do you get me?" or "do you get?" Can you imagine being interviewed for your dream job at Google or Dangote and you litter your speech with these things? It's terrible. Save yourself the embarrassment of appearing unintelligent and uninformed about the topic you're discussing, and save your listeners the earache by using these interjections as sparingly as possible. Point number 15, what up or sup. To a lot of millennials and Gen Zs, what up is not only a question, but also a very cool way to greet someone. Well, for a classy lady, what's up or any of its shortened forms are not proper greetings, whether in formal or informal settings. Ladies, the thing is this: what we do or say often in private or informally is likely to spill over to what we say or do publicly and formally. Catchy words such as what's up or sup can stick to your vocabulary and become a habit. Stop using the slang and make it a goal to greet people courteously and properly. Some older or uninformed people may not appreciate being greeted with a sup. Greeting your colleagues or your boss or a panel, what's up, should really make it on the list of the top 10 silly things a person needs to avoid. Ladies, we have come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching it all the way through. I hope you found it useful and informative.